Yo, what's up, friends? Welcome to the Delusional Dinos podcast. It's your boy Jazz speaking right now with your two co-hosts, T Dog and K Smooth B. Welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, we got T Dog from Walking Dead over here. He's still alive.
Yeah, there we go.
hey, they actually used to call me that. But yeah, so you can follow us, Delusional Dinos. We'll be on every mainstream site. So Spotify, Apple, you name it. You can find our podcast. We will be doing a live Zoom one on YouTube. So you can find us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. It'll be all in our description, bios, Delusional Dinos on everything. So yeah, we're very excited. Our first episode, guys.
First podcast together, so we're gonna try and kill it.
Yeah, we
Let's
talk
go.
about crazy shit, like no filter, explicit stuff.
Raunchy shit, So, if you got kids, don't play it in front of them.
Yeah, this is kind of my
And-
second podcast. So
Second.
Yeah.
So this guy's
Second,
betrayed
there we
us
go.
already.
So,
I made
yo,
one, but
So he's already
Not many.
one podcast more experienced than us.
Yeah, it's our first one, so we will get better in time, but we just want to make it interesting for you guys, talk about some crazy ass
hope
shit.
you guys enjoyed it too. It's kind of gonna help everyone. Give some people entertainment during the quarantine, especially. So, just hoping everyone enjoys it, and let's continue.
Yeah, you can always ask us questions under our YouTube or whatever. Hit us up and we'll try to get through it to everyone. So we are going to start with our first topic here, and that's going to be this one right here, Randy Orton, his beef with a Soulja Boy right now. So this is a really weird crossover, the rap game crossing over with WWE here.
Yeah. So honestly, this shit is nuts. I didn't know Randy Orton was like this in real life. Honestly, Randy is a very quiet guy, right? Like you don't hear a lot about him, but this is actually the first time I've seen a tweet from him. So this was crazy. And honestly, in a fight, I think Randy Orton could RKO Soulja Boy's ass in real life. No doubt about
no
it.
doubt that
Well,
Randy Orton would take out Soulja.
Yeah. Oh no.
yeah, if it was
definitely.
a rap battle, then Soldier. I don't even know if Randy Orton could rap. So
He can pull
Yeah, I
up his
know.
buddy
Randy
John
Orton's no
Cena, and it might be game over.
And then R-Truth, you got R-Truth
Oh,
in there.
yeah,
You got so you got like a couple of WWE
But,
rappers.
how
but-
did this beef even begin?
it began with what was it? Soldier Boy sent out a tweet saying that
the WWE
rap-
is fake? Yeah.
No. He said that the rap game be as fake as the WWE.
WWE. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So like K Smooth B said over here, this obviously triggered Randy Orton. So Randy Orton responded to Soulja Boy with this tweet that you can see right here.
If you're
So
on
he's-
YouTube,
Yeah. If you're on YouTube. So
you read it.
I'm
Read
just
it
gonna
for the people
I'm just
in
gonna state
the
the quote.
audio.
How you doing?
and I quote from Randy Orton, "You spitting facts. Seems like all you spitting is the same mess you rap about. Nut. Clear your throat, my dog, and be there. Enough talk, back it up." So obviously Randy Orton had like a few emotions he had to get out to Soulja Boy, and then that's just internally how this beef started in the first place. Internet beef.
Actually, I think it was one
Mhm.
more person that joined into the tweet. Twitter
Yeah,
beef.
seen that.
He was in training or something.
Yeah. Bow Wow's name got pulled into it. I don't know too much.
I think Bow Wow hopped in too with his own little thing, trying to
Did
jump
he?
on
Okay.
Randy Orton. Yeah, he was attacking Randy Orton as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was.
so we
I
got-
thought he was
Yeah.
attacking Soldier Boy.
No, he was on Soulja's side. Yeah,
Soulja
He was,
Boy's
he was,
side? Okay.
Oh,
I've
when I read
actually,
that,
I don't
thought-
know how legit this is because I saw it on a Reddit post. The person was saying that Bow Wow actually had negotiations with WWE, but they cut him off. So
yeah.
I think he got pissed and he's just attacking Randy Orton now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought
So
Randy Orton.
obviously-
No,
This
no,
is just a bunch
it's a
of
2-on-1
emotions, so-
handicap match.
It sounded- when
There
I
we
first
go.
read it, it sounded like Randy Orton and
No,
Big
no, that's what I
going
read.
together, and then they were asking
Yeah.
about training. And
But
how he-
Randy Orton
No, I
did bring up a good point, saying like these guys, they're 200 days a week or a year that these guys are wrestling, and they're putting in all the hard work. I do think wrestling's underrated because yes, it is fake. They're
Definitely.
not hitting each other, but they're
Yeah.
still putting in the work just like an athlete.
I-
They're- They
Yeah, the
have more.
stunts-
They're playing more games than a
I
regular
personally feel both industries should get respect because both obviously you need to put in work for it, but WWE, just because it's fake and it's acting, these guys, throughout like my boy here said 200 days a year, these guys are going to the gym, working hard, getting up early in the morning, keeping these fit bodies for our entertainment, right? So it's not easy for them. They have to go on strict diets. So obviously it's a lot of discipline.
Yeah,
And it's like music too. Music takes a lot of discipline. You got to be in the studio. It's not as easy as people think, where rappers get in the freaking studio together, smoke blunts with their featured artists, and sip codeine. It's none of that, right? It's at the end of the day, you're staying at the studio, you're putting in your hours into the music like you are in the gym if you're a WWE superstar.
Much easier than wrestling, I think.
Yeah.
So. Like,
Yeah,
although it doesn't
it
even
could be-
compare, bro. This is like stunt acting, and they work.
Yeah, definitely.
so
I agree
much.
with you.
Yeah, although
I
the
agree.
Traveling
wrestling,
constant.
No, 100%. I agree with you. This is more more physical, and it's obviously it demands a lot, so it's more physically demanding than music. But
although
music
the-
still does require some discipline and work. I think anything you do is going to require some discipline and work, but obviously there are some things that are going to require more discipline, more work ethic than other things. So like Randy Orton, in my opinion, he had every right to spit these emotions out, because I mean, Soulja Boy doesn't know what it's like to be a WWE superstar at the end of the day, right? So,
Yeah. Although the
It's-
personas and like the stories or like whoever's gonna win is predetermined, the stunts as far as I know are probably all real.
yeah. So the storyline, everything, yeah, like how wrestlers turn face, yeah, that may be all acting, but at the end of the day, they got to keep their fit bodies, they got to work out,
Yeah.
strict diets.
I mean,
they
you
gotta get in
you
the
can't
ring.
fake a 20 feet jump in the air.
You
Yeah, you
can't,
can't
you
fake
can't.
that.
You gotta,
that.
you
You
gotta
can't fake that.
practice. You
A lot
gotta,
of
it's like Shane
stunts are
McMahon
real.
jumping off
The
a freaking
jumbotron.
cage.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. So like you said, like Shane McMahon. For anyone who's a WWE fan, knows Shane McMahon's known for his like high flying, like stunts, jumping off the Hell in a Cell cages on, like from there, and he jumps from like really high like ceilings and stuff. So
Yeah.
obviously it's very difficult. It's not easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
So-
also need the muscle, so like,
You need
don't hurt
muscle,
yourself when
it's
you
just
drop.
discipline, work ethic. It's a combination of everything that's difficult. I just feel like people don't give enough credit, to wrestlers. They look at WWE as like baby food to obviously UFC is like real fighting. So I guess UFC is more serious in that aspect, where you're actually beating the shit out of each other, or boxing. But WWE, even though you're not technically physically
Mhm.
attacking each other and hurting each other, you're still putting in that work ethic.
Well,
to,
UFC, you might fight like maybe 2 times max a year. These
Yeah,
guys are
right.
doing 200 days, he said, of
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
and
so it's
traveling
obviously more
every single week.
traveling, yeah.
Monday Night Raw was every Monday. And
exactly.
then they were on the
I gotta
pay-
be ready.
Sundays.
It's persistent,
if,
and you have to be consistent. That's what it is.
If
Consistency.
Soulja Boy put out a tweet that was saying that rap game be as fake as WWE, he might as well just put out a tweet saying the entire movie and TV industry is as fake as the rap.
Exactly.
I think Randy did bring up that point. He's
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
know,
so
I
watch
saw
you
him
don't
bring
watch movies or something. He said something along those lines.
Yeah, like which like he is right. Like at the like WWE is more physically demanding than even like obviously acting for a film and TV. Like I said, everything requires some sort of work ethic and discipline at the end of the day, but some things do require more than others, right?
But what are the
So-
odds that this might be just a rouse? Like these guys are setting up like a match or Soulja Boy's
It could be
WWE.
planned. Like
be,
if we
yeah.
look at the music industry, for example, there's
fake
like
beefs
so
all
many
the time. Fake beefs all the time.
fake beefs all the time. There are obviously some like real beefs. Okay, I don't know about the MGK and Eminem shit. I don't know if that was real or fake, but like there have been instances in the past where beefs have been, faked just to
Mhm.
kind of like
Even with
just to-
WWE, they got
yeah, just kinda get a
Bad
rise out
Bunny.
of-
They got Bad Bunny in there right now.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
I'm pretty sure that Eminem
Yeah.
and MGK was real because Eminem
Was
kept
it?
Eminem kept shooting shots at him for like the next
Yeah.
like 2 years through like
Yeah.
more albums.
Yeah, so like speaking on music too, like there's like beef in general, most of it's internet beef too. Like it's not like the old days where like those Tupac Biggie days where oh yeah, you used to pull up to someone's block, spray them with a Draco. No, none of
Yeah,
that.
it's all
Way
internet
before-
fake.
way before the
Nowadays
swipe
it's
up.
internet beef. No one's gonna do much at the end of the day. They may get
I'll talk.
it's all talk.
Yeah.
Physically, they made it's like the 6ix9ine and Meek Mill thing the other day.
Well,
Yo-
he actually pulled up. He pulled up.
Yeah, he pulled up, but they were what, shouting at each other. It's not
Yeah,
like
if-
they didn't like do anything, right?
They
So-
had rolled with the cops.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was like in the 1980s, and you want
But
to
but even if he rolled with the cops, like what I'm saying is that's a smart move. But like someone like Tupac in the Biggie days, like Snoop Dogg, all those guys in the old days wouldn't have cared if the cops were there because
It's
those guys
net
are
banging
fucking
now. It's
vicious.
all net banging is the term
Yeah,
for
it's all
it.
like
Yeah, it's all
online writing,
internet
like, if-
banging.
if-
It's all to get a rise out of each other. But like when they come to get like physically, yeah, they may yell at each other, may throw one or two punches, but nothing more. So
Yeah,
it's
all
it's
this.
like it's been evolved into something like that, which I guess is good in the long term, but it's something that's been evolved. So
Yeah,
that's just something new.
yeah, all this
So-
online writing is like if this was back in the 1980s, instead of typing this stuff on Twitter and stuff, it would
Yeah.
be people making phone calls and be like, "Yo, I'm talking, but I ain't gonna reach."
Exactly. It's like those days used to be so messed up. Remember Suge Knight? That guy was insane. Like,
Yeah, he was dangling Vanilla Ice off the balcony.
yeah. Oh my God.
Scary shit.
I watched the NWA movie. I forgot what it's called. Straight Outta Compton.
Oh,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know if that was real. I don't know if that was real, but my man was ruthless in that. My man was ruthless in that movie. I remember
Yeah.
he tried to put a hit out on Eazy-E or something. He got him jumped.
Those
Whatever.
guys were fucked. So it's
Yeah.
a good thing that you brought up the topic of movies because that moves into our next topic here.
Yeah.
So with the current COVID situation, we all know about COVID. We're all staying inside. Everything's shut down still for the most part. So are movie theaters becoming more obsolete? And do you think there will be a need for movie theaters in the future?
I got my mask.
Oh shit, he's got his
There we
mask on.
go.
If you're on YouTube, you can see it. Black
So-
mask.
So my answer to that question is yes. I think it will continue. So no, it won't be obsolete. And the reason is COVID will end. It's not going to be for like a lot of people are going to say this is going to be a forever pandemic, right? But I believe that this pandemic will be like a 2-year, 3-year thing at max. And movies is not just going and seeing a movie, right? It's like
The social aspect.
obviously there's the social aspect behind it. You go with your friends, you want a night out. Maybe you're too burnt out from hitting the club or whatever. Like
But
you,
I don't know
how
about
many-
you
Yeah,
guys.
yo, but-
Personally, I like watching movies by myself way better. There's
Oh, I
certain
like
movies
making-
that I just
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
watch with people, and we
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
movies
yeah.
together. All of
We
us.
go
I
watch
like-
movie together, and
making
it's
fun of the
too hard
movies.
because we all fuck around in the theater.
There's
so
no attention spans.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just,
like
I like to
last
be at
time,
home, my own
there was-
convenience,
oh,
not
yo,
Netflix.
yeah,
The funniest
yeah, like
time
the
in a movie
Netflix, like
theater.
yeah, like the
One
other
time in a
day, for
movie theater?
example. Yeah,
Yeah, you got a story,
Funny-
Case
the funniest time in a movie theater was that time it was we were watching, I think it was Sonic.
Sonic,
and then
yeah.
there was that one guy to the
Oh, the
left,
guy
and
filming
this guy had a tripod, a
Yeah.
camera, and everything.
I
And-
had
and
a
then-
whole setup, big ass
In the
tripod.
middle.
big ass
in the
camera.
middle.
Security
And
came through,
security came. They saw us,
and we
then
all
they
knew
looked
that.
over-
We all knew homie was trying to pirate movies. That's what it
Oh,
was.
Yeah. So like the pirated stuff when there's Netflix.
Yeah. So
That was
no,
the last
honestly,
movie we seen actually, just before all
I
this
think
shit
together,
hit.
and
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I
in
do-
general, the last one we seen in the theaters, it was
I
like a
think
week
we-
before COVID or whatever.
Yeah,
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree that like we'll continue probably going out for movies together just for the social aspect. But we all three of us do agree that we enjoy watching movies together. I mean, on our own, just because we can understand the movie
I
better.
mean,
We're
I
not
wouldn't
really
be
fucking
too
around.
mad if movies died out.
you could make fun of the movie.
Yeah,
Like
like
forget that.
we got
I mean-
Netflix, we got streaming platforms now. So like,
I mean, we
like,
just had like a Netflix party the other day. It's kind of the same
Yeah.
thing. You can talk and make fun of the
yeah,
movies.
you can
and-
chat like me and Tristan
Yeah.
the other day, or T Dog.
yeah.
I mean.
I can't
like-
watch a serious movie on that though. I gotta,
Yeah,
Gotta do
like
that my
the
own
other day
comfort.
we watched Super Bad because we started out with Shazam, and me and him 5 minutes in we're like, no, we gotta
Yeah,
watch this on
nah.
our own because we're fucking around. So we both have watched Super Bad like at least 10 times each. So we're like, let's just play on the side, and we can fuck around in the chat, watch 25% of the movie, laugh at the funny moments, whatever. But like it's just like it's like that part of like the social aspect behind it too. So I do believe that yes, movie theaters won't be obsolete, but I think interest will definitely go down. So interest will go down for going to the movies, but I don't think it'll be completely
I
obsolete.
think it'll go
because
all digital, man. It's
Yeah,
just
yo,
the
I love
cheaper way.
watching-
I
love
think
watching
theaters
the-
will I think theaters will still be physical, yes.
Physical.
Digital platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney
forget,
Plus,
don't
HBO
forget
Max.
Blockbusters.
Movies on demand.
They have
you just go
Blockbusters
straight to
out, yeah.
demand now,
Blockbusters.
though.
They have the Blockbusters,
Yeah,
Airbnb,
exactly. So-
the last one in the
So
world.
even it's like cable networks now.
Fuck
Like
Blockbuster.
how many cable networks are really running? And most cable networks have turned into production companies that are basically producing their own stuff and have started their own.
They've become
streaming
streamers,
platform.
yeah.
Yeah, they've either become streamers or they're signing deals with other streaming platforms because streaming platforms are so big. Netflix, Amazon Prime, all these, everyone's got an account.
Even
almost
Netflix isn't really making money. They don't
Yeah.
make money off this.
They don't like.
They're in massive
yeah.
debt. They're in massive debt.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a point where maybe streaming just won't be as mass produced as it is now, and some
Yeah.
streamers might become like teamed up.
And I think the reason why streaming platforms do go in debt is because of they're basically they're competing at the end of the day with one another. They want people to come to join their subscription, sign up for a subscription with their
Netflix does have a good model though. They're making all their originals now, so they don't have to license because licensing costs so much.
Yeah,
licensing costs, and the thing about originals is the originals won't be on any other streaming platform, so that makes it unique for subscribers. So like, what's an original show, for example?
On my blog,
like Hemlock Grove.
Yeah, on my blog.
I don't even know what the hell Hemlock Road is.
I've never seen it, but it's a
this guy's
show.
Just bringing up some next shows that no one knows.
Yeah,
and they
so
picked
like
up new shows too. That's already been on one of the airs.
Yeah, but they're slowing that down because licensing just costs so much. They're just,
but they did do a good job.
Eventually, in the future, they're just gonna have originals. They're just gonna have originals.
Yeah,
it will come to a point where, like T Dog over here said, that they will move to originals just because producing their own content is easier. Creating their own intellectual property is like better from a business standpoint. It's more profitable. I don't know if Netflix sells merch for their IP or they do, but they do. Intellectual property is a very, very powerful thing. I think you guys can agree with me too. It's like SpongeBob, for example, right? We got like look at the creator of SpongeBob or South Park. The characters were so prominent in the minds of people that merch sales went through the roof, and these creators were earning insane residuals.
Yeah,
right?
and the South Park creators,
Dan Harmon,
actually,
and Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty, right? So,
and the South Park creators actually made the first 6 seasons out of only cardboard in their hands.
Yeah, those guys struggled. They definitely, and their success story is crazy. If anyone wants to read about that on the side, like about
Trey Parker, there's documentaries on it.
Yeah, there's documentaries. They struggled. The first 6 seasons were done out of cardboard until they went into animation. But everything good comes out of struggle. So these guys had to work hard, every single one of them. I think Dan Harmon, but from a writing standpoint, I think Dan Harmon is probably my favorite. Just because if you look, he has his own writing style for brainstorming, basically.
They just take too damn long to release a fucking Rick and Morty episode.
Because of the animation. There's negotiation deals they had with the
I love Rick and Morty, man.
But
I'm a little Rick right here.
I like
on YouTube.
Yeah, I got a Rick plush toy somewhere, but
I like what's the polar opposites?
Solar opposites.
Yeah, I like Justin Roiland, and
I love the wall and polar and solar opposites. The wall.
If you haven't watched Solar Opposites, do check that out.
Great show is going to be on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I think
March
that's
26th,
only for international. I think. I don't think US has that.
US, no, okay.
Disney Plus stars. They might. I'm not sure. We're not based in US.
Yeah, if you guys have a Hulu subscription, for anyone I know Hulu is not a thing in Canada, but anyone in USA, they're on Hulu. It's a Hulu original, so check it out. But like I was saying, the story circle of Dan Harmon from a writing standpoint, though he uses the story circle and it's very unique from other writers. And I just believe that this uniqueness makes his content so good. Like Community, for example, is probably my favorite live sitcom because of it was just amazing. Like the writing for that, very well written show.
Especially in the paintball episodes.
Character development, the paintball episodes.
Had 4 of those. Those are the best. Those are the best
ones.
Those are the best.
Yeah, right.
You gotta wait for them.
We got great actors.
One each season or something. It's so good.
Yeah. There's 2 parts too, like the season finales.
Yeah. Great show. It was such a good show. Just the
such a good show, and it's just one of those shows. It just leaves you emotionally. When
I didn't want to finish it. I was binging through it. I didn't want to finish it.
I was on the last episode, and I was thinking, should I finish this show or should I Because I'm what will I do after? It's you got that sense of emptiness.
And I never get attached to shows like
I did the same thing.
That's an example of good writing right there. If you're able to leave your fans and audience with that
emotional attachment,
and emotional touch, like T Dog over here said, that's just truly amazing.
Yeah, great show.
I did the same thing with Supernatural. I've seen all 15 seasons except for the final episode.
I've never watched an episode of that.
Yeah, I haven't either. But Schitt's Creek is a good show. I've watched it. I know T Dog has watched a couple of seasons. I've watched all of
I'm
it.
not a show
another.
person.
I've seen a
not
few
show-
Yeah,
episodes.
that's another show that's left me with an emotional touch too. But nothing compares to Community. Like, for a live sitcom, in my opinion, or just in general too. I think like Community is just such a well written show, and I just think like kudos to Dan Harmon. You know, he's a genius. I know he's coming out with a new show with FX Studios called Little Demon. It's an animated show. It's obviously going to be raunchy, knowing his mind is going to be, it's going to be like a stoner comedy. So do check it out for all of you who like love Rick and Morty. Do check it out. I don't know when it's going to release, but the name is Little Demon, and it's a collab with FX Studios.
Yeah, FX have actually been picking up a lot of
They've
shows
been
lately.
doing. I think not
They're
just
doing
FX, I
something with
think-
Tyler,
yeah.
the creator. I think animation in general, because
Animation
of COVID,
in
is on
general
a,
is booming.
it's on a
It's
big
booming.
boom.
Yeah,
And
well,
I
not
and
many
I
people
and I did
connecting,
some
right?
research the other day. Adult animation is actually one of the most booming genres, right? Like, because like animation, like the difference between animation and live is with animation, you can do some chopped ass shit. You can have a unicorn shitting rainbows out. You can't do that in real life, right? Maybe you can, but not through animation.
Right,
Yeah, through
Yeah,
AI
so
tech.
much
and
more
stuff
you
like
can
that.
do. Yeah,
Even
Yeah.
with the movie
With
and TV
animation,
shows,
there's so much you can do. Even with 2D, you can have a rainbow shitting out rainbows and pissing
rainbow.
acid, all over
anything.
a freaking
It's unlimited
yeah.
town, so, like,
possibilities.
it's crazy. Yeah,
even
it's
even with
possible.
movies and TV shows, like my favorite genre to watch is horror, because horror you just gotta yell at all the stupid things that characters do.
Exactly. Like it's like I feel like Zombieland was like a really good movie too. And
Well, that's not
like
horror. That's like a parody.
yeah, it's not a horror. It was more like a comedy with a
TV
bit
show
of a
is pretty
thriller
good.
aspect, and some action. But what is it? I think like I can't believe they took 10 years to make a sequel. Like, what do you guys think
They're
on
probably
that?
gonna make
Like,
a trilogy.
yeah, like I just hope it
One
doesn't take
coming
another
out.
decade to make one. So
5-6 years.
yeah, so
They even have a
Woody
TV show
Harrelson.
for it.
yeah, if they are, then that's truly amazing.
What?
Like, there's a lot of good there's a lot of good shows though. Like in movies, do check it out. Whatever streaming platform
No,
you're on, new shows are good.
Zombieland did have a TV show before the second movie.
They had a TV show.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they had a TV show. They couldn't get any of the cast from the original movie to actually get on the show, so they hired their own cast. And then it
Well, the
only
cast
had
is
one
so
episode.
big now that like it's gonna be costly. Like no one's gonna want to do a TV show.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just
Out
of
four
that
people
cast.
that was supposed
Oh,
to-
speaking of costly,
repeat that.
Amazon Prime is doing a Lord of the Rings original TV show for
Oh,
any
yeah?
Prime. Yeah, for any Prime users. I don't know if they're currently producing it or they're done. I was looking and it was like I forgot it was in the high like hundreds of millions per episode being produced for that show. That's insane. So not like think about it. And each episode, I think for that show is like over an hour. Think about it. Imagine how costly that
Not
is.
even
When,
gonna
like,
lie. I fucking hate the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I fell asleep.
I love
watching
Lord
it.
of the Rings. I'm a
That little
Tolkien
goblin
fan.
fucker. Fuck that.
Oh, my precious, my
Oh
precious.
that's my
I-
boy, Smeagol.
I
Gollum.
can't
Oh,
have
I
that.
thought-
Precious, oh my
Yeah,
precious.
I wish I
have a
had my
I have a
ring.
Lord of
My,
the Rings
my
ring.
my ring is upstairs. I would just bring it
I have a
down.
ring
Nah,
upstairs
nah,
too.
fuck
I got a
Lord of the
Harry
Rings.
Potter wand. I got a lightsaber. From
Nah,
Star
we
Wars.
ain't doing
Yeah.
this. I don't like no
Uh,
Star
No,
Wars.
no, no.
Lord
I
of the
love
Rings.
Star Wars.
Tommy
If
Mc-
anyone needs to talk about Star Wars, I am like Star Wars is my favorite franchise in the world.
And
so
I'm out. I'm out.
anyone DM me on Insta or whatever, we can talk about Star Wars all fucking day. I'm down.
Yeah,
That's a
tell
no.
him what happens at the ending of Fallen Order. He couldn't.
No,
No,
don't
oh
do
yeah,
that.
Fallen Order. Okay, so the game, I didn't finish it.
Don't
One of
spoil
the
it. Don't
hardest
spoil
ass
it.
games, bro. One of the hardest ass games.
Yeah, I
Obviously, I'm
couldn't- I
not gonna
couldn't
spoil
do
it. Yeah, I know it's too hard, too difficult.
stopped after
It
the
actually
first
pissed me
mission.
off.
I
I
just
was getting
stopped
frustrated, but
I was
Yeah.
watching someone stream it actually the other day.
yeah?
Adriana Chechik, adult
yeah.
film actress. Yeah,
Oh,
she
wow.
couldn't beat it either, but
My
something
brother
was beaten for sure.
my brother beat it on the hardest mode in like 2 weeks.
Jeez. Nah, fuck that
God
game.
damn. that game is done. It's hard. It's
Fuck the game, fuck the franchise. I don't know who
no,
I'm pissing
no,
off
the
here.
franchise is lit. You can't say fuck the franchise.
I can't do Star Wars.
I can,
yeah.
I can do Star Wars all day. Any of you guys who love Star Wars, do DM me. I can talk about anything
Go buy the
from the
lightsaber.
pre-sequel era to the Imperial Knights era. So please
Even
do
the
look
new-
me up.
Didn't the new Star Wars movie come out in December? There was a new one that came out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the movies because I don't want to spoil anything.
No, I'm
because,
asking-
Just do yourself a favor if you haven't. Do not watch the movies.
Nah,
did
don't
you-
listen
did
to
you,
T-Dog over here. He's tripping.
Did you watch the newest movie that came out like 3 months ago?
I watched the
I've watched
first
all of
one of
them.
the new series, and I think
watched everything to
Rogue
do with
One,
Star Wars.
whichever one was on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, Rogue One was pretty sick.
Watched,
Dog
almost read
shit.
everything.
Dog
I've done
shit movie.
almost
I
everything.
saw
I
that
fell
in
asleep
theaters,
on
so-
Rogue One. I fell asleep,
I've dreamt about Star Wars. So.
and I don't fall asleep on movies. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Only
Yeah, no.
Lord of the Rings and Rogue One. That's the only movies.
What
yeah.
about Harry Potter? You fall asleep on Harry Potter?
Oh,
Dog shit? I don't think I've ever finished.
Listen,
one of
listen,
those
listen.
movies,
I watched
yo.
the whole series like a couple weeks
Listen,
ago.
so
I know
as a
I'm
kid,
offending people, but fuck that movie series. yo.
listen, as a kid, I used to hate reading books. Correct? I used to
Still
watch
do.
the movies of these
That's-
book franchises, though. Whether it's Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, I love both. Percy Jackson's amazing. I was always into Greek mythology. That was just a big thing for me. I was into Greek gods. Poseidon, my favorite one of all time. You know,
If you want to check out a
Hercules.
lot of Greece, you should check
Yeah,
out Assassin's
like-
Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is like all ancient Greece.
Yeah, so like no, like I'm really into like Greek mythology, but like books in general were really hard. But I actually started like reading a bit now, and I'm getting more into reading. I think I don't know if it's an age thing or a maturity thing, but
for
as
reading-
a kid, anyone when you're being told to do something, I think then you don't want to do it. It's like in
Yeah, I
school.
know that
They
feeling.
tell us to read a book. Okay,
You don't want to do it, you know.
If
Okay,
anyone
it's-
is
but,
in
when
school
you-
still, spark notes, okay?
spoil.
That'll help you with
Spoiler
any
alert, go to
assignment.
Spark
Don't
Notes.
watch no
Shakespeare,
movie,
Shakespeare.
don't watch
For any
no
high
show.
schoolers here, you
Yo,
have to
the
do
thing I like
Shakespeare.
about reading books is when you read a book, you imagine your own world and own characters.
Exactly.
Like
That's
if you
what
watch the
I'm
movie
starting
in
to
a book,
realize
then-
and starting to embrace right now. I'm starting to embrace that idea of your own creativity and creating your own world. Yeah, movies are
Yeah.
good, but they're basically defining that.
I can't do
That
books, man.
creativity.
My
I love-
attention
I love
span or
acting.
something.
I love
So
acting out the books.
So like now books have suddenly became like more of a prominent to me. I will continue to read more. It's just become
I like
something
comic
that I'm
books.
interested.
Graphic
Comic books are
novels,
sick too.
Bone
Graphic
series,
novels.
crazy.
Bone
as a
series
kid.
was
Oh,
crazy,
yeah, I
you
read
know.
the Bone
But
series.
teachers would
yeah.
never let me do reports on graphic novels. They said it
Yo,
doesn't
shout
count
out to
as a
Jeff
book.
Smith. Amazing series. You know, Bone was I can't like I knew there was supposed to be a Bone Netflix series. What happened to that?
They're still making it. It's just,
They're still
3D
producing it?
animation
Yeah.
takes long. Yeah.
Okay, that
But
should be
I
interesting.
did
Any
cry.
Bone-
cry.
a lot
I
of
did
Bone
cry at
books.
the end of the Bone. I have all of them.
Bone, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
all-
I dropped a
you have
tier
all
two.
of them?
I'm not gonna lie, I did
You're
drop
talking
it.
about-
Like all
is
of
the
the
last
base
one-
original, the ninth
Like
one.
the one with Into the Ganulet?
I can't remember the name. There's somewhere buried in.
I
somewhere
did.
in my house.
What was the
So
first
they
one
do have
called?
their spin-off graphic novels too. I don't know, T Dog, if you've read them. There's the Campfire one.
I read the
what's his-
Campfire one and Rose, but not the newest ones.
They
that
have
they got.
have multiple. They have like at least 4 or 5 series of Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have a
spin-off,
spin-off
yeah.
series now, like with 3 or 4 more stories. I have not read those.
Yeah.
I've read Rose, which is like a prequel with like the dragon and all that.
Speaking of books, have you guys read Diary of the Wimpy Kid as a kid?
No, I have a bunch
I-
of them.
I
like,
have
maybe
till
I
3 or
I
4.
collected almost
1, 2,
every
3, and
book
6.
till like the 14th or book or something.
Oh yeah, great
and-
books, great books. For
Whoa,
sure.
yo, those
Yeah.
books
Movies
were-
are not that
as a
great, man.
kid, as a kid, yeah, that's the first time in my life where I didn't like the movie better than the book. And like it is a novel, but it does have pictures, right? It does have graphics in it. of the
It's
sick
got
characters.
so little text per page. Not that I'm complaining, but it's a great book. It's a great book.
Yeah, no, shout out.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who made Jeff Kinney? He's the
Yeah,
author.
Jeff Kinney.
They all start
shout
with
out to
Jeff.
Kinney. Yeah. So yo, great, amazing. You know, you're gonna. It's funny. You know, even when I go back and read it now, and it's
Yeah.
not even raunchy comedy.
Wait,
It's like-
wait.
it's like-
You still read these books?
I went back to read it. I'm not.
Look,
gonna
there's
lie.
a
I have-
grown
I have the six-
ass man. You know, I'm not judging, but listen, listen,
Hey,
ladies and
listen,
gentlemen.
as a grown ass man,
ass
do you go
brother
back
man.
and watch
uses-
SpongeBob? Do you go back and watch SpongeBob?
They still make new
Don't
shows.
lie,
SpongeBob's an
don't lie.
exception.
Why you saying-
SpongeBob's
Don't
an
lie,
exception.
no,
Why,
don't
you
lie.
why are you saying that when you go back and watch SpongeBob? They're still making new movies.
I don't know about
And
yo,
shows, but SpongeBob's
And
the
the
exception.
episode.
Come on, it's
Yo,
always been a
yeah,
little bit
SpongeBob.
like a
They
little
have
bit
so
for
series.
adults, you know.
SpongeBob has always had a place in our hearts. That's
They
what it
actually
is.
have
At the
so
end of
many
the
But
day.
series
it's
on
always been
SpongeBob and like what's going
Oh
on.
yeah, I always watch those on.
A lot of
YouTube.
people
no,
feel like-
SpongeBob is crazy.
But it's
a
Yo,
lot
always
of
been
people-
kind of an adult children show in a way.
by the
it's
way, I
based
was
on the
looking
Seven
on
Deadly
Insta
Sins.
today. SpongeBob related.
Yeah.
Any SpongeBob fans out there? They're coming up with the Patrick Star Show. I saw it today.
Oh,
on,
Oh,
I
yeah?
think they have a Squidward one too. Netflix, I
On
think,
Nickelodeon,
has
yeah,
one of
They have
them.
the
Nickelodeon.
Squidward one?
Netflix
Um,
owns
you
one
know-
of them. Netflix
So
owns
it's
one of
pretty
them.
jokes.
I'm
A
not too
lot of
sure, but
people-
I believe that spin-offs weren't a thing when the creator is the creator still alive?
No, he died a
no,
while
I-
back.
no, he had passed away,
he has
so-
been on record saying, "I do not want to make."
He
no
doesn't want
spin-offs
spin-offs.
of
Any
SpongeBob."
no
So
spin-offs.
once he
no
died,
much
Nickelodeon,
spin-
they're doing a
Like-
Camp Coral, which is how
Yeah.
SpongeBob and Patrick met. They're doing the Squidward one. They're doing a Patrick one, I think.
So they're
Netflix
just
picked up-
going against his wishes.
Yeah, they're just making money right now.
Yo,
They're
listen,
just
at the
making
end of
money.
the
It's a
day-
business. It's a
But,
business.
Yo,
It's business at the end of the day, so you can't blame them. You know, they're
you know
out
my
there,
favorite-
they're here to make money.
you know my
That's their-
favorite one is that a lot of people as kids they said they hated Squidward so much, and then they grew up and they understood Squidward.
That's
so
like
much.
me. Honestly, I started to
love
understand
Squidward. I love
Squidward.
Squidward.
I started to understand it. Like as a kid, I used to be jolly as fuck, like SpongeBob. I sometimes used to be a dumbass like Patrick, okay? But like growing up, I've become more into the Squidward character. Like obviously not all the time. I'm not a depressed, grumpy guy with a big ass
And
nose.
then there's
You know?
people that turn into Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, like cheap ass
Greedy.
dudes. But anyways, what I'm
Okay,
saying is,
seriously.
like I think we all got a bit of Squidward in us, where we just want to sit back and chill, not do too much, you know?
Well,
and we wanna
actually,
kinda relax.
It is kind of based on the 7 Deadly Sins, so we have all of each character in us.
Oh, the anime show? Yeah, I've been watching that too.
No, he
What?
means the
No, I'm
actual
saying
Deadly Sins.
The actual the SpongeBob series is based on the 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, Seven Deadly Sins.
But
I
let me
thought you were
just-
talking about
let me
Deadly
just put it
Sins
out
anime
there.
series.
Let me just put it out there. I'd clap Sandy Cheeks.
Oh,
Putting it
damn.
on
yeah.
What
record.
is this?
Putting it on
What
record.
is this?
Would you
If we're
clap her in
talking
that-
about top 10 animated characters that I clap cheeks, she's up there. And you know who
Yo,
else is
Lois
up there?
Griffin is up there. Yo,
Would
yo,
you- would
what's
you
what's
cla-
Stan's wife?
would you-
Who's
you
Stan's
know-
wife?
Switch?
I
Oh,
forgot her
Francine
name.
Smith.
Francine.
Smith.
But you know who else is up there?
Francine.
Let's
Haley,
go.
Haley.
Let's go bring up the
There.
topic right
No,
now
no,
since we
I-
have this on our list.
that- no, I was
Lola
gonna say-
Bunny.
Lola,
Lola
fucking
Bunny.
bunny. Oh,
So let's
I'm
talk
dying.
about this. They just
let me
released-
just say
yeah.
for this one.
She looks like a diamond like
the-
that. You know,
no,
just on the left.
The old version from the old one
Yeah.
without LeBron James. That one looks like an adult version, and it looks like they just like downsized
Yeah,
it.
so if you're on YouTube, you can see our screen right now. We pulled up the picture. But for those that don't know, the Space Jam trailer or a sneak peek just came out with some screenshots of Lola Bunny, and they said they wanted to make a stronger looking version, but I think the first one, the original, this first picture here, looks more stronger, you know.
Yeah, the new one
Yeah,
kind of
I
looks
mean-
like she's a teenager. Like they moved it
Like,
back.
She looks, I don't know, more lankier. Just I don't know.
She got
like,
shorter.
okay,
Like the
Over
first
time.
one looks like a small forward. This one looks like a point guard or like
The
a-
second
she
one,
looked like she got shorter.
I'm not even speaking from a sexual point right now. The one on the left looks more realistic than
the
the one on
animation.
the right.
Yeah, it's just so
Yeah,
much better.
look, this is
Yeah.
supposed to be a
But
collab between
they want to make it
animation and
cartoony
real.
though. They never wanted to
Yeah.
make it's like a cartoon and real life together.
But no, but look at it's better to have a realistic animation character versus a
But-
completely unrealistic animation character in a real life movie. It just like
But
I feel like
all
this
the
would blend
Looney
in the
Tunes
Michael
are a little
Jordan
bit
one,
more
yeah.
animated. Like they
Like,
showed
yeah, if
Tweety
you-
too and all that.
If you think
Like,
about it,
speaking
a
of
lot
Lola
the stuff
Bunny,
back
buddy,
in the
yo.
day were done like better. Like they
No,
have,
she
like-
definitely looks like a dime, you know, on the left.
Oh, that left
I
one,
know.
man.
Yeah,
I would clap that for sure.
I don't know
A
if
lot
they
of
got
people got
rid of
pissed off.
her tits. Like, what does that have to do with strength?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, bro.
Embrace
No,
it.
that's
You know,
what I'm saying.
embrace the titties.
new-
Free
the
the
old-
titties.
The old version is her as an adult, and the new version is her as a younger
Yeah,
age.
I'm saying it. Let's get it trending. Free
got
the
shorter.
titties. You know, like it's normal. But girls have titties. Who cares? Why would you take
Bro,
away
bro,
your
listen,
tits?
that's what I'm saying from a mature standpoint. This is what a woman looks like. That's why this is realistic animation. Who the fuck looks like that in real life on the right?
Like,
right?
to be
That
honest,
actually
it's
looks
not
like a
even
genuine
that-
Looney Tunes character.
Aside from her wearing the tank top bra, it's not even that sexualized. Like
Yeah.
you could still have tits and wear the long shirt that she has.
I mean, obviously the
in the-
intent was for it's a kids show, so the intent wasn't to sexualize this character even in the first movie. But I do believe that.
I mean,
yeah,
Twitter
many-
was getting horny off it. They really like
Yeah,
this
many
Lola
young
Bunny
adults-
on the
a lot of
left
people
here.
got pissed off.
many young
Uh,
adults definitely nutted to the left probably at some point looking at the
Yeah,
picture.
yo,
you know,
the-
so
for the right one,
Oh,
one's
yeah.
like 1 foot big compared to the left one.
I think that's just
like
the
6
angle.
feet.
That's just the angle there, but
No, she's like.
look, she's next to the foot. She's next to the
higher.
foot, next to the guy's shoe. Like,
that would be
she's-
LeBron.
she's,
Yeah.
like higher. She's higher than the door. And
is
the
LeBron
basketball
taller than
court.
Michael Jordan? Is
That's what I'm
that the
saying.
reason, or what? Is
Let's
it-
not bring up this debate. We're not going there with no LeBron or Michael Jordan. This is the debate between should Lola have tits or should she not have tits?
Or like to put it in a better standpoint, should she have the figure that she had before or now?
I mean, I think it doesn't matter what figure she has. Just you shouldn't change the figure to push some kind of image.
I
Yeah,
don't
even in
I
the-
don't feel like at the end of the day, like I don't know if this is my place to say, at the end of the day, everyone's gonna find a problem with something. There's gonna be some little thing that everyone's gonna find a problem with. So if you start dumbing down every single problem, what's left? You know? What's left?
even if you
Everyone has
look-
their own different problems. So what's left at the end of the day, you know? Like like suppose like there's a lot of people that may have a problem with the way she looks, like her figure in the left side, right? But like if you keep on dumbing down, like there may be some problems. I can't look at any, but on the right side, you know? So
I don't like
Yeah,
the
even,
jersey. The jersey doesn't look that good.
yeah.
On the
Yeah,
right
even
side.
on the left side, like her eyes are better. On the right side, looks like one of her eyes aren't even there.
Yeah,
That's just I think that's
it's
just
gonna
the
come to a
angle, man. That's
point.
just
It's
the
gonna
angle.
That's
But
it's
the
gonna come
angle.
to
who
a
knows?
point
Maybe
where
they change it. Maybe they change it like Sonic, you know? Maybe she grows tits.
Maybe
Who
she goes back.
knows?
Maybe the one on the left goes back in
When does
time to
Sonic
meet
grow
the one on the
tits?
right.
Not
Maybe
Sonic.
it's,
Yeah.
maybe it's orange.
But yo,
you know?
if they change Tails into a female, I'm gonna be real pissed, you know.
oh yo, real shit. Real shit.
I don't think like they should just push an agenda down, right? There needs to be some
I think there
sense
has
for
to be
it.
some like there has to be some realistic aspect behind doing something. You don't dumb something down just because there's certain people that are gonna be kind of emotionally,
Dude,
you
there's
know.
gonna be certain people everywhere.
Done
that's
by
Now,
gonna
it.
do
how
it.
many
But every
girls do you think are gonna get breast reduction now because they think like the image is supposed to be small
exactly
tits?
like yeah,
Like
exactly. I don't,
every tit matters, you know. every
everyone
size.
like
Every
every, yo,
size.
every
Yeah,
size,
girl and
small,
guy,
big,
everything
large,
matters,
you
you know?
know. So
Gigantic watermelon, it don't matter. It
Yeah.
don't matter. Watermelon pokies, it don't
Yo,
matter. You know?
if you bring now that you bring up watermelon, it just reminds me of a funny story that happened, yo.
Nah, let's
So
hear
this-
it. Let's hear it.
There were these dudes. They were like taking stuff from Galatis, right? And this guy took
Yeah.
a giant watermelon and he hid it under his shirt.
Oh
And
man.
he goes up to the Galatis cashier and they buy like a can. And I
Mhm.
don't know how she didn't know. I could see it from outside.
The watermelons, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
just
could see the
sticking
water- you
out.
could see it under her shirt. And
Maybe
she
she didn't
looked
want
at
to judge him. Like maybe he's a
Yeah.
big guy, you know. Like,
yeah, it
She-
could be a big guy. Yo,
looked
that
at
could be it. You can't judge anyone in this world at this
and
in the
she-
current moment, in the current generation we're in. Like you can't even do that. So the guy
Yeah.
probably had that intention in mind when he was doing it. Who
It was
knows?
jokes. She didn't do anything, and then this guy wasted it entirely. This guy walks out the automatic door, and the moment he gets out, the watermelon drops and just breaks on the ground. In front
And he
of him.
probably
man.
darted after that. He probably darted.
Nah, they just both look at the lady just looking at them, and then they walk away.
but back to the Space Jam and Jaskin, you mentioned how that the Zombie Land took 10 years. Space Jam has been even longer than that. Do you think there's even a need for a Space Jam 2 right now?
Yeah, there's new basketball players.
So I actually know
I mean,
someone who worked-
LeBron, and so you know he's the guy right now.
So I actually personally know someone who had worked on this film, the second one, with LeBron.
Yeah.
Obviously, like that's just another point. I didn't talk to him about it or whatever. It's just a connection I needed, you know, for like the first project that you and me were working on, T Dog. But you know, honestly, like it's been more than a decade, and I don't know the relevance will still be there. I think it's an
I think it'll
opinionated
do even
perspective from
better.
there.
Well,
You know,
they have a
think
lot
it'll
of
do even better.
they have a lot of
think-
movies like that, yo. Finding Nemo came out like 10 to 15 years after
Speaking-
the second
can
one.
I-
came 10 to 15
Yeah.
years
Can I
after
speak
the
of
first one.
Looney Tunes in real life? There's another Looney Tunes in real life movie. It was called Back in Action, I believe.
Looney Tunes
I
Back
think
in
I've heard
Action.
of- I
Great
think I've heard of
movie.
that
Great
one.
movie.
That was a
great
sick movie. I liked it better than Space Jam, even though I'm a ball fan. I still like that movie better because the plot line, I just like the action better. And that's a
Space Jam
movie-
is a classic, though. Don't get me wrong. Space Jam.
no. Space Jam is a classic. I personally prefer that movie more just because of the adventure aspect to it. I'm a very adventurous person. I know K Smoot has got that adventure.
No, I love that movie.
Yeah, I even
agree
have
that it's
a-
better.
T Dog
I
says he
even-
likes it. So like,
I even made a
it's
song
amazing.
called Space Jam a couple years ago.
Yeah. So like I think movies like Sonic, for example, too. Sonic is obviously different. They're not doing 2D animation with real life. It's 3D animation.
SpongeBob
whatever.
even had one, but
3D yeah. So I
Oh,
think
yeah,
in the
yeah.
first SpongeBob movie, I think they briefly did show, but the very first.
I mean,
2D
there was even
animated one-
the end of Sausage Party even showed glimpse of humans. Maybe
Yeah,
that would be
like-
the sequel.
So
one.
I think that may become more prominent too. I think a mixture of both. Just animation.
But yeah, for
blending in with
Space
real
Jam,
life,
it
we
was.
could
I
see
think it was
something
kind
like
of
that.
ahead of its time with blending the.
Yeah. I think
Of
this
course,
might have
it
been the
has
first.
happened- No, it wasn't the first. I think
wasn't
there's
the first,
Jessica
no?
Rabbit and maybe a couple of other ones,
Yeah.
like from the '80s. But it was definitely like revolutionized the cinematic scene. I think,
Speaking
and
Yeah, you
and
don't know
sport
who-
movies,
you don't know
sport
who's gonna
movies
be
in
in the movie.
general.
No, speaking of animation in real life too, Tom and Jerry's coming out too for anyone's a Tom and Jerry fan. I did see the trailer. I don't know too much about
They
it,
should
But
But
I
also,
think this
who check out the
generation is
trailer
all
they should
about
make?
nostalgia
They
generation.
should make
you know?
they should make a crossover movie with Tom and Jerry and Itchy and Scratchy.
That would never happen. That would never happen.
That
would
was
never
so
happen.
funny.
But I think it's a nostalgia generation. You know, we're getting all these sequels, we're getting these prequels, spin-offs, we're going throwbacks.
speaking of crossovers, and I know you guys will like this. I don't know if you guys have heard of the game. Back when I used to be an insane gamer, I used to play this game on my PS2, Kingdom Hearts. It's a blend. For anyone who doesn't know, Kingdom Hearts is a blend between Final Fantasy and Disney. I don't know if you guys have played it. Have you guys
I
heard of
know it. I just never played it.
I'm
There's
not too
graphic
sure.
novels on
Never
it too.
understood it.
So
I may
yeah,
have
so
played it.
I don't know if more games or like movies in general are gonna have any form of media or like any like
But
TV
yeah,
show.
Mortal Kombat always they
they're
have so
making,
many.
I don't know if they're gonna
crossovers.
have like crossovers.
They're making
like,
an
that'd be a
open
good thing to
world.
think about. Yeah,
They're making an open world Avatar game.
they're making an open world
Coming.
Star Wars game going back to.
You see, I'm
next
also
year.
gonna get hate
Open
for
world
this. I didn't really like the Avatar.
Oh, then you're gonna love this.
Even
yo,
the blue ones, even the blue guys, I did not like.
Oh,
the
I
blue
thought you
guys.
were talking about the blue
No,
guys.
I'm talking about the blue guys and the bald guy with the blue stripe on his
the
head.
bald guy, yeah.
I did not like
Yeah,
that.
The
And-
windbreaker or
and-
whatever his name
Yo,
is.
you're
Yeah.
gonna, you're gonna love this
Windbreaker.
though.
Oh man.
Next year or this year they're releasing an Avatar too.
I know
Avatar
they
2.
are. They've signed for like 4 or
The-
5 of them already, and they're
Oh,
all
yeah?
gonna be
4 or
dog shit.
5?
I didn't mind
yeah,
the
they're
movie.
They were
It-
making them. They were making them all simultaneous now. The 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. No, I didn't
I
mind
think
the
they're
movie.
all gonna be done at the same time, and they're all gonna be.
But,
dog
like,
shit.
Okay, like when you guys watch movies though, do you just focus on like the theme? Do you focus on the theme? Do you focus on the characters? Do you focus on
I focus on enjoyment. If I'm enjoying the movie, I'm
yeah.
enjoying the movie. I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
but-
think. I don't
but
like to
what
think during
element-
the movie that much.
what element do you mainly focus on? So when you're watching a
mean-
movie, do you focus mainly on the character development? Do you mainly focus on the plot?
General
What the
enjoyment.
movie's behind?
When I watch a movie, I pretend I'm the character in the movie, so
Because
I feel like all his emotions. You know.
Something big that I focus on is theme. Like what's the name of that movie? Frick, it's a Netflix original too with Will Smith and the orc.
Oh,
What's the name?
Bright.
Amazing movie. Did it get low ratings? T-Dog, I believe you said, yeah.
Like below average, I think. Like maybe
Below
a
average.
40%, 50%.
My opinion,
I like the
the
movie
movie-
though. I like the movie.
Movie was amazing from a thematic standpoint, from a character development standpoint. I think just that kind of social class, the theme of social class in that movie where the orcs were kind of looked as like what do you call them? The lower income, kind of what is it? Neglected by society. And then you got like the elves who are the richest, and you got the humans in the middle, suburban life. So
Wait,
I think
what?
theme is just a big part in movies in general. And that's just something I focus on too. I focus on the characters, yes, but theme is something I take back. And now watching as more of a mature person, obviously when I was younger as a kid, I would want to go and see who would fuck up who in a movie. Like, Batman's fucking up the Joker. Okay. But
Yeah.
like then now
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it, see what the theme I can take out of it. What, the story I can take out of it, what lesson can be learned, so these are just some things I
don't care about any of that.
Speaking of Batman, are they still working on a second Suicide Squad movie?
I did hear about it. Me and
That has
T-Dog were
nothing.
actually
That
talking about
doesn't
it.
have to do with Batman. He's not even in there. I thought you were gonna mention the one with
Yeah, I was gonna mention Joker.
Patterson, the guy that was a
but
freaking
T-Dog, you
vampire or
did.
some shit was in there.
Joker,
Joker.
Joker
T-Dog,
did
we
come
were
at the
talking
ending
about
of that
Suicide
movie.
Squad
Yes.
number 2. We were talking about Suicide Squad number 2 and how Deadshot's not going to be in it. That's what you said, right?
Well, Will Smith's working on other things. Might even be
Yeah,
Bright
and-
too, because I know they're working on that as well.
And I'm sorry, but I think that's a very, very stupid. Just having Deadshot and maybe not be the captain. I forgot the captain is the military guy. What's his name?
Well,
But,
they did make a Suicide Squad 1.5.
Deadshot is but Deadshot is
1.5.
like,
What is that one case mode?
We were gonna watch that in theater before COVID hit. It was
1.5. What the hell is that?
It's
I never heard of
Quinn,
it.
Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
That's
No,
not
no,
even
that's
a
not
1.5.
That
That's
is a
a
spin-off.
That takes place after
as a
Suicide
spin-off, my
Squad.
motherfucker.
That takes place
No, no.
after Suicide Squad. The Joker helps her and stuff, and then later they break up, as far as I know.
Yo, but going back to Suicide Squad, the Deadshot is such a prominent character in general. I just don't see a Suicide Squad movie without Deadshot. I just can't picture it. Like how? Like okay, you can like Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot are the 3 most prominent characters.
I
whether
think you're
it's
too
comics
worked
or-
up on this. It's not like
No,
they were
it's
gonna
just
wait
something.
years for Will Smith's schedule to become available. They got to make
Choose
money.
someone
man.
else. Choose someone
They
else.
had
There's
someone
tons
else.
of
They had someone
candidates.
else.
There's tons of candidates. to
Forgot his
play,
name, but they
Deadshot.
decided he's better off as
Wait,
another character.
what's Deadshot's original movie?
He doesn't have a movie. What do
He
you mean?
doesn't have one.
This is
Oh, he doesn't
Suicide
have one?
Squad.
He's a
he
big
just
member
part
of
of Suicide
Suicide
Squad?
Squad. He's probably the most.
He's
important
a
character.
Batman. Is he a Batman villain?
Oh yes, he's a Batman.
Batman villain.
Batman and Green Arrow.
You know. But yeah, he doesn't have a movie. I don't think he's ever been featured in a movie other than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide
yeah.
Squad is a very big thing for him. He's actually like a leader role, plays a leader role, a co-leader role. So that's why it's just something that I just can't.
They don't
I
have
just
any.
can't see. a
They don't
Suicide
have any
Squad
Batman
movie
movies
without
with Deadshot.
No, they don't.
Nah.
Comics they do, but no movies.
Oh yeah.
They got who did the Batman movies got? They got Scarecrow, Ra's al
Joker.
Ghul.
Those weren't in the
Joker.
movie. Scarecrow was in the movie?
The first one,
Yeah,
Batman
well, I
Was
Begins.
saw in,
Was he?
He was
Yeah,
in the game.
he was the main bad guy, bro.
Oh, I'm also gonna get hate about this. I don't really care about the Batman movie series. It wasn't as good as everyone said. I'm gonna get.
I like
flamed, I'm
The
gonna get
Dark Knight.
roasted, but it was
I've
all
only
right.
seen-
But like it,
I like
people
The
are
Dark
hyping over
Knight.
this.
I like the Dark Knight. I didn't
Rises,
like
too.
Begins, and I didn't like Dark Knight Rises.
But
I like
I'm
Dark
a
Knight.
Marvel fanboy, so
I don't think I've seen
biased.
Dark Knight Begins.
Marvel?
I like the video game series too.
The one with
The-
Bane
the
was kind
Arkham
of
games, the
boring.
Arkham
The
games.
one
Yeah,
with
the
Bane
Arkham
was
games.
kind of boring. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a
Which
long
one's
ass
that?
movie.
Yeah, that's the Dark Knight Rises. I didn't
The-
like that one.
the
Either. That's
last
probably my
one.
least favorite one. Yeah.
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Knight Rises.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Dark Knight
Batman
was
vs
sick, though.
Superman. That was all right. Like
It was
uh,
okay.
yeah,
I didn't like
alright.
Batman vs
I
Superman.
was
I
staring
didn't
at
like it.
Wonder Woman's ass half the time. But it's all right
Speaking
movie.
about DC, the best DC movie I've watched is Aquaman, hands down.
That is pretty good.
Aquaman was pretty good. Yeah.
Aquaman was probably the best. And my
It's
favorite
probably
Marvel
it was
movie.
probably the only good one.
My favorite Marvel movie is Deadpool. Like I don't
Yeah,
know how many
Deadpool's
Deadpool
sick.
fans
Deadpool
are.
2
Yo,
is
I just
coming
love
out
the
too, right?
raunchy character. You
That
know,
was pretty jokes.
Deadpool. I like the Wolverine movies a lot. I don't know if you guys love those. I love
I've
those.
seen a couple of them.
I'm generally not a big fan of X-Men.
Yeah, whoever's watching, let us know who your favorite heroes are.
Yeah,
Love to know.
we would love to know. No X-Men.
Love to
I
see
was
if you're
never big
Team
fan-
Marvel or you're Team DC. I
Team
love the
DC.
X-Men. I love the
Yeah.
X-Men. Forgot the name of it, but the one before Apocalypse, because Apocalypse was dog shit. Great
Was it
X-Men.
First Class.
First class.
No. It wasn't
No,
First Class.
no, the one after that. Great X-Men movie though.
The one oh yes. I
Maybe
do
it
know
was
one.
Apocalypse. It might have been Apocalypse.
No, there was one.
No, it
before.
wasn't Apocalypse, but it was a good movie with the
There was-
silver guy. Crazy movie. Great movie.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's
And
one
the
before.
Wolverine movie though, oh my god, that's probably better than Deadpool. That was a good movie. Wolverine.
Which
Logan
one?
Logan
Logan was sick. It was a very dark
Holy
movie.
shit.
It was
yeah,
kind
but
of
it was
slow-paced,
such
though.
a
It was kind of
yeah,
slow-paced.
I don't think I've
it
ever
was
seen
the
Logan.
build
Good.
up, you know what
not,
I mean? The
Not as
build-up
much
was
action, but yeah,
crazy.
it was good.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen Logan.
Oh, you do yourselves
Yeah,
a
you're
favor.
missing out. Yeah,
Stay
do yourself
smooth,
a
and
favor.
everyone
yeah.
who's watching who hasn't seen it, Logan.
Do
great
watch
movie.
it. Amazing,
It is a
phenomenal.
longer, like
Very
you said,
well written,
it felt
yeah.
long, slower pace, but you didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
It was the final movie where Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, and it was a great movie from the
Yeah,
beginning
no.
to the end. Like, it's not your typical
Do check it
superhero
out.
movie. It definitely follows different patterns of a general superhero movie, but it definitely shows you like the rise of a guy who just got everything stripped away from him. No powers,
Exactly.
no nothing.
Speaking
The real
about
development.
Speaking about non-typical movies, the Joker. I don't know how many people have watched it.
It was
joke-
good. It was
Yeah, I
good.
remember.
It was good, but for anyone who's expecting, wants to know what to expect from the Joker, don't expect any superhero action, no Batman in it, nothing.
It's like
The
villain.
Joker is actually a
It
movie
was
about mental
humanized.
health.
Humanized. Yeah.
It's a movie about mental health. So it's got a very good theme behind it. So anyone who wants to learn about what mental health is and how it affected the Joker. He was a circus clown, that's how he
Yeah,
started,
a
and
lot
he
of
became
movies-
more and more
those
mad.
A lot of that
Yeah.
movie is about delusion.
It's in the comics though, but yeah,
Great movie. Great movie.
A lot of the movies about delusion. Though.
Killing Joke. Great
Illusion.
comic. Great
Great
comic.
Killing
comic.
Joke?
There
I
is a
got the
movie
book.
too,
It was amazing.
animated
The
movie.
animated. I
Really
have
good.
watched
Yeah,
it. There's a
a
Yeah,
sex
I
scene
got
in the
the-
beginning. Amazing.
I got the
Amazing,
novel based
phenomenal.
on the
There you go,
graphic.
animated sex.
I got the novel based on the
Phenomenal.
graphic novel of the Killing Joke.
Oh, yeah, I had the
I haven't
hardcover
finished
too.
it.
It was great. It's
Oh,
good.
was it the
Yeah.
graphic novel or the actual
The
novel?
graphic novel. The
No, I have the book written based on the graphic
no,
novel.
just the graphic novel. I don't read books.
I never finished it, but somebody told me the ending. So
I mean, it's the same as the animated one. If you haven't seen that, see that as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, I think the book is different.
No, the endings are the same. Well, as the graphic
Ending-
novel, I don't know about the book.
Speaking about animation, I'm going to talk about a bit about animation and music. All right. What do you think about artists having their animations in music videos versus themselves in music videos? What are your views on that or opinions?
It's a characteristic choice. Like, you can express yourself in every way. I don't think it matters.
You ever watch Naruto as a kid and then you want?
But I do think in a way, because like there's a trend right now with like SoundCloud rappers or self-described emo rappers where they use like an anime character, like an anime video.
And
I have been reading about that where people say that it's more marketable if you show your face opposed to just using a different character or something like
exactly.
Yeah,
So
the thing
that. I don't
with
have a problem with it.
like,
the
so
thing with
also-
animated
also
music
deceased-
videos is that you could put whatever you want in there too.
Also deceased rappers, also deceased artists. It's like shout out to Juice WRLD, my favorite rapper of all time. Their Grade A Productions is using animation in their music videos because obviously they don't have them, right? So
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
yeah,
nothing you can do about
yeah,
that. But
so there's that. But like, yeah, just feel like I was just thinking about that, you know, like a lot of SoundCloud rappers, emo rap and rock do blend a lot with anime, like you did say. Anime is very prominent in that. So I do like, there is a song, there's a guy called Tokyo's Revenge. I don't know if any of you know it. He made a song called We Made an Anime Song, and it exactly sounds like the beginning of an anime.
there's actually allegations going on with him. We don't know if it's true or not, but
Oh, I didn't hear.
Just
I'm not
some,
actually caught up with them. So
like sexual harassment, underage stuff, you know.
oh god.
Just
I
with
didn't know.
Tokyo's Revenge. So we don't want to
Well,
harm
great.
anyone. He didn't know about it, about Tokyo Revenge, but we don't condone that behavior here.
Yeah, we don't condone
know
it.
who that is,
100%.
so-
He's still like a very
He's
great
one of those
artist.
like ex clones, those type of rapper. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah, yeah.
like
I think he's pretty good
XXX.
though.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, XXX. He did build that up. You know,
Yeah,
there's
he
a
did the whole anime thing too.
we
Yeah,
lost a
probably
lot
really
of good guys. Six Dogs, you know.
Rest in
I know
peace.
T Dog. Six Dogs was one of your favorite rappers. He
Juice
truly
WRLD.
did. I did truly love a lot of
Mac
Six Dog
Miller.
songs.
Rest in
Mac
peace.
Miller,
great
you know.
rappers, great rappers.
Yeah. Rest in peace. God bless their souls. They did a lot for the music community, a lot to the people, especially Juice WRLD. When I listen to Juice's music, and I don't know if you guys can agree. When I listen to Juice's music, I feel a beating and goosebumps in my heart in a positive like matter. Whether I'm listening to it in the shower and I sing along. I was listening to Life's a Mess, and honestly, I did drop a tear the other day listening to it. I was listening to Flaws and Sins too and did drop a tear to that. So
I don't think I've ever dropped a tear listening to it.
I've dropped a tear. Like the first time I've ever dropped a tear.
I love
to a
listening to
rapper
all
who
of
had,
Juice's songs.
who had to a widow to a rapper who's been deceased, right? Yeah, no.
He's one of
like,
the original creators of emo rap.
Which guy?
Yeah, he
Him and Little Peep.
Juice.
Oh, I think Lil Peep started that.
Lil Peep
Yeah, Lil
started
Peep
it, but
was
I
the
think
original
Juice.
emo rapper.
I think Juice kind of like was it kind of blew it up, you know? Kind of.
Lil
Yeah.
Peep is like the SoundCloud legend. Like he put
he's a
people on for
SoundCloud,
that.
Lil Peep. Speaking about music, and versatility from a versatility standpoint, you guys heard Machine Gun Kelly, right? His rock album.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about that? Tickets to My Downfall, by the way.
way better than anything rap.
I've
related
heard
that
a
he's
couple
made.
songs.
Yeah, yo, honestly,
Great album, great album.
great album. I heard his rap. I'm not a big fan of his rap music. Emo rap, more in Hotel Diablo's more of an emo rap kind of vibe. But Ticket to My Downfall just gave me like a whole different vibe. You know, like my favorite song on that album was My Ex Best Friend. I don't know what yours guys was. I
Mine
know
is
T-Dog-
Lonely. Yeah.
I only heard like one or two songs. So
No,
Yeah.
You listen to the album, good album.
Listen, it like amazing, and I just think that I just think MGK should like come up with the Tickets to My Downfall #2 or whatever one. I know he's doing. I heard rumors of him doing a collab album with Trippie Redd, and Trippie Redd came out with Neon Shark. I still like Neon Shark too, like the rock one. I don't know about you guys. Neon Shark I still really liked, but I think MGK's rock album I kind of liked a bit better.
you know, it'd be a good name
like
for.
Go, John.
Sorry.
You know, it'd be a good name for MGK's. What was it? Tickets to a Downfall album.
What?
Yeah.
If he made a second one, he should call it "Welcome to the Fall Down."
Yeah. Welcome to
But let's talk about collab albums. What do you think? Good for the business or?
I think
yeah.
I think collab albums are good, but they're like Juice WRLD and Future, for example. That
Oh, that was a
album,
pretty good
I
album.
think that album kind of like
I hated it, and I
I
love
flaw-
Juice WRLD. I love
I
Juice
heard
WRLD.
like one song in that
you got
album.
Juice WRLD and Future. You got two amazing artists. You got Juice WRLD, who is like one of the most popular rappers right now, and Future, who's a veteran. Those two, if you just think about it in your mind, putting those two would be the best thing ever. But those guys made a mistake. And I think the thing with collab albums is, I think before you go into a collab album, you should release 1 or 2 singles with the other rapper to know what your flow is like. Like Lil Uzi and Future, for example, right? They had 4 or 5 songs together before they came out with a collab album.
But
So-
I think with collab albums is they're always so overhyped and people are so excited for them that they
Yeah.
never deliver. Like expectations are way too high.
Yeah.
And then it's never the same as everyone's expectations. 'cause they're already
Exactly.
So
So-
high.
But Baby Pluto times, I'm not a huge Uzi fan. He's okay, but I'm a huge Future fan. But like that album was sick. Even Uzi did, like, that's my favorite Uzi album, you know. So, shout out to Uzi, shout out to Future for what was it, Baby Pluto times Pluto.
Like I'm a big fan of Kendrick and J. Cole and Kendrick
There we
Lamar and
go.
J. Cole, and they're supposed to like
Pioneers.
they've always been hyping their collab album. But I don't want it to come out because I just don't think it'll be as good as what it's been built up on.
See,
I
there's
remember.
I feel like there's a difference when like collab albums, for example. I think the MGK and Trippy one would do well because at least they said, okay, they're gonna mix it up, do some hip hop and some rock, so there will be some diversity. What I do like in collab albums though is how each artist has at least one song each on their own or with another feature, so that it's a bit diversified. So you know how what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Every album has like, okay, Future's doing his own song, for example, and Juice is doing his own song, or for example, Future does a song with Nicki Minaj and a Juice and Future in the Juice and Future album.
Nicki
You know,
Minaj,
so-
fattest ass in the
there-
game.
There we go. Yeah.
There was no, there was one song that came out. It was like it broke everyone's expectations because they did not expect it to happen. It was a song by Logic.
And
I don't know, it was Logic or
I'm not a
Joyner
Logic
Lucas.
fan,
It's-
but
it owned one of their songs, and he said he had a feature, but no one knew who it was. And when they found out Joyner Lucas was on the song, and they had a huge beef, they hated each other, but they go on the song together. Like,
Oh,
it
you're talking
broke
about
everyone's expectations. I'm talking about
Sriracha?
ISIS.
Oh,
No,
ISIS.
That's by Tech
Sriracha
Nine.
was their first one though. Yeah, that's when they had the beef because of Sriracha. They were beefing
Yeah.
because of Sriracha.
No, I think it was the game also had a beef with I think Logic.
No, but the
Because,
Logic
the game
and
got pissed
I
off.
remember this because I'm a
The
Tech
game.
9 fan. It's Tech 9 had both of them on, and the Joyner came out after saying how Logic took so long to give the verse, and he gave a rehashed, recycled verse, and that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah?
even good. That wasn't even good, and that's how the beef started.
Yeah, and then it was a
And then
surprise
they-
when
they
they
made
got
up,
on the song
yeah.
together, and they
Because
even talk
everyone
about
thought
the
they were
beef.
beefing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
about the beef in the song too.
yeah. Whether it's publicity or not, we don't know, or genuine beef. You can't really tell these days in this industry.
It was a
Yeah,
pretty
you
sick
know,
song.
honestly, something like we were talking about before.
Like
some
WWE
shit
has some
like-
fake shit. Like
Fake
rap game
shit,
might
yeah,
be
dude.
faker than WWE, you know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? At the end of the day, this is all happening behind the scenes. Behind studio executives know about this. Rappers know about this.
Yeah,
Artist managers know about this, but we as fans don't know because we're not behind the scenes. All we see is the music and maybe some of the beef that's happening.
Yeah,
but,
could be
that's-
some fake
half the
shit.
things that come online become fake.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like,
speaking
mainly
of
with
fake,
social
let's
media.
move on to this next topic here. So, do you guys believe in ghosts and ghost stories? Yeah, if you guys have any, be
Yeah.
free to share. So me
I know-
personally, I'm a believe it or not kind of guy. Like I gotta see it to believe it. So I haven't.
I
seen
did
it
have an
yet.
incident. So K Smooth went to my elementary school. That's how we met. We grade 6 and
is
grade
this
7.
Is this the Bloody Mary?
But yeah, this is the Bloody Mary. I don't know if you were there.
Tell the story.
was-
Tell
I
it for
was-
the
No,
he
people at
wasn't
home.
there.
And I've never heard this one. Tell it for the people
So-
at home.
So I think it's before I met K Smooth. So K Smooth was at school with me at grade 6 and grade 7.
Yeah.
But I was with me and 2 other buddies, and it was I forgot what it was. We went into the school like one day. We were walking, playing ball in the. We used to play ball in the ball court. The school
Playing
ball
for
court.
basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
Not baseball. We
and-
don't play that here.
And no, we don't play that here. Only basketball. Anyways, we're
With
like,
Lola Bunny.
with a baseball. That's all.
yeah, like so it was like grade 4, or it was really young, grade 4 or grade 5. Anyways, I told one of my friends, and I'm like, yo, listen, do you think the schools would be open at this time? And I'm like, and he's like, I don't know. He's like, let's check it out. Might be. I'm like, what? He's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, honestly, and at that time, Bloody Mary was just this huge talk in our grade because
That was a
fifth
big
grade-
thing back then. Yeah.
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 So
Please
basically-
explain for everyone though what Bloody Mary is if they don't know.
So before I continue the story, Bloody Mary is basically a female ghost. I forgot the origin of her story. Maybe we can post it
You
later.
have to say Bloody Mary like 3 times.
Yeah,
So
but
I
you-
thought it was like you close your eyes or something in like the
No, no,
bathroom,
no.
shut off
Yeah.
the lights.
You know,
and be like,
South
No,
Park.
no.
Bloody Mary.
So let
You
me
know,
continue the story.
wait,
Let me
wait,
continue
before-
the story. Wait. Before
fine.
you go, let me continue the story. So he said, "Let's go check it out," and I'm like, "Okay, bet." Obviously, I didn't just I say bet at grade 5, but you know, I'm like bet. So let's go. We open the door. We're like, how did the janitor not lock the school? It's
we
like
don't
8
condone breaking in, by the way.
We don't condone breaking in, by the
The
way.
jar just happened to be open.
Eight
He had to take
8:30.
a piss or something.
Yeah, it was 8:30
Underaged.
or 9 p.m. We go walk through the hall. We're like, this is pretty cool. We'll never get to do this. You know, we feel like badasses walking in the middle of the school, you know, in the hallway
Yeah.
at like 9 p.m. Yo, we these like 9-year-old badasses, you know, we rule the school. No one's here.
That's
So, anyways, one of my boys is like, yo, listen, we're never gonna have the opportunity to do this. You down to go in the bathroom stall and do the Bloody Mary thing?
No,
like-
you had to be in the bathroom, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. And I'm like,
because there was a few other ones, I think, like Boogeyman.
and the funny part was during the school day, I was kind of hyping myself, boosting
Yeah.
myself, and I was like, oh yo, I'm not scared and all that shit. I was acting like a tough guy. When he told me to do it, I started like getting goosebumps. I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. Then he started doubting me. He's like, yo, listen, you're making a big show. If you don't do it, I'm gonna go to school tomorrow and let everyone know you shitted your pants.
Mm.
So I'm like, aight, let's do it. I'm like, yo, if a ghost kills me in 5th grade, at least I had 9 years to live, but whatever. So we go into the bathroom stall. The rule is you gotta flush the toilet 3 times, close your eyes, and open it. Like
You got to
flush
say
the
Bloody Mary 2 times.
Bloody Mary 3 times, flush the toilet, go to and open your eyes in front of the mirror. So we opened our eyes in front of the mirror. We didn't see anything. So that Bloody Mary figure didn't show up. There was toilet paper. We literally, on God, heard toilet paper kind of rumbling down. And we saw like a bit of an inch more. Me and my boy look at each other. We run straight home.
Wait, you saw a bit of an inch more?
Like you know, like toilet paper kind of coming down. We saw a bit
Yeah.
Like,
more
where was
toilet
it
paper
coming
rolling
down from?
Like the roll in the
Oh,
stall.
it was rolling down itself.
Yeah, like yeah, a bit, like not too much. but a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Me and my
Okay.
boy look at each other, and I'm like, yo, this was a fucked up.
You don't think
idea.
this was ever your minds or like the wind blowing?
I have
Yeah,
no
yo,
idea.
Because
I
last time,
last
last
I have
time-
no idea, but this is what happened that time. So we go home. Yo, we walk. We run back home. We don't say a word to each other on the way back home. We're just staring. The next day we come to school, both of us. So he used to sit at the other side of the class, and I used to sit on the whole other side. It was what? It was like math class or something. I don't even know. We were staring at each other the whole time, and literally, this guy, I could tell he needed to take a piss. He was holding it the whole time.
At least he didn't piss himself.
I
He
had now to
didn't-
go
he
back to
was
get
too
Bloody
scared
Mary
to go
on
to the
me.
bathroom, and like luckily I didn't. Like, and this guy used to drink beer. Like,
I was
Well,
like that as a
like,
kid too. Watching a
used to
scary
drink berry
movie, I
Kool-Aid.
wouldn't take a piss. Fuck that shit. I ain't going
Yo,
to the
yo.
hallway alone.
I
Fuck
know.
that
he
Yeah.
used to drink bear Kool-Aid. So this guy was
Okay.
holding his piss, and he was scared for.
Get
I
the piss
think
that blue
till
streak.
the
They
end
got
of the
some
school
Kool-Aid.
year. I think till the end of the school year. I think it was next year. He was fine with it. Till the end of the school year, I like got fine. Like I was fine after like a month.
But you think that was a
Oh,
ghost
yeah?
or like some special force?
I like that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know,
saying.
yeah.
I don't know.
The
It could have
first
been a
time-
ghost. It could have been our minds. But that's just a personal experience.
and that
happened.
was
The
your
first-
only
until this
experience.
day-
That was your only
till this
experience.
day, it just like till this day, it just randomly triggers my mind, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn, what if ghosts are real? Like, do spirits actually exist, or like it's just like a lot of.
I would think that's
The
just your
first time
mind
I
or the
heard
wind.
it, the first time I heard that story, I heard when you said you looked at the toilet paper, the whole roll just kept on going down.
No, it wasn't the whole
I,
thing.
that's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
shit myself.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. that's what I thought, but it's
I
like-
would have.
I'd be like,
Bro,
Bloody Mary,
I
you
would
can
have
eat
dug a
my
grave for
shit.
myself in
You
the
can
bathroom.
eat my
what?
shit. I just shit
You know what I
myself.
actually heard that the Bloody Mary thing. What happens is if you're in a dark lit room and you say it, that if you look in the mirror long enough, your mind starts to actually play tricks on you and show you
No,
all these
fuck
scary
it.
images.
But you're
that's what I
supposed to be
heard.
alone, right? Is it that you're supposed to be alone?
No, you
Not
can
to
be
be
with
alone,
anyone,
you have
but
to
you
be in
just gotta
a-
have the lights of the bathroom closed, and you just
Yeah,
gotta do the whole
they say
ritual. I
it's
think
your-
that's what it was.
It's
but,
your mind playing tricks because it's a dark lit room, and after a while, the visions start
And
off.
I think it's that just preconceived notion that there's gonna be a ghost, so you expect a ghost.
Your
Maybe it's
mind's
that.
already
Yeah.
set for
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
a preconceived notion. That's what it is.
You ever
right?
see the South
So-
Park version of that?
Don't
South
think
South Park
so.
makes South
To
Park.
be honest,
makes
I
fun
haven't
of
watched
it.
much South Park.
Oh, South Park makes fun of it where you're supposed to look in a mirror 3 times, then you say Biggie Smalls, Biggie
Oh,
Smalls.
I've
Biggie
seen it
Smalls,
actually.
And
It's
people
Yeah.
show up with a gun
Oh.
in the background.
How about you, Kaiser? I know you're always
What?
posting like some cryptic ghost shit. You've probably been through a lot of stuff. If you'd like to
Well,
share.
I haven't seen a lot of ghosts. I mean, the trippiest thing. There's always some trippy thing going on.
Yeah.
Like
Care
people
to
say
explain?
that in my restaurant where
Okay.
I work, there's a djinn because all this shit like
Jen?
people say
Uh-huh.
yeah, people say like random shit just happens. Like in nighttime they close off all the lights and they lock up the doors, and then the next morning I come and the lights are all fully open.
Did you believe it's
And then-
haunted? Or
And then I
someone's
tell them,
playing
I'm
a
like,
joke?
yo, I tell them you didn't close the lights, right? And they're like, no, we closed all the lights before we left. And then I think the trippiest moment was, I don't know if I did it or not, but I turned on the water and then I went into the fridge. And then 15 seconds I came outside and the water was turned
Water was
off. And I
gone.
was like, I
I
was the
think
only person
you
there.
got a problem with plumbing and electrical or something.
Yeah, or someone
Yeah,
pranked
like,
you.
like the entire valve was like turned off. Like you have to turn the valve.
I don't
It's
know. I
turned
think I
off.
remember you guys having like a leak or something. in this
Oh no,
movie.
we've always had those leaks, bro. Like
I don't know.
during-
It might be some plumbing issue, but that's the
during
only
winter, it's like
experience
the
you've
water
had?
just
Mhm.
comes up.
Just that one experience.
I probably have multiple, but I'm not too sure. if
That
I
was
remember
my
that.
only one experience, but it was a fucked experience. Like I just gotta say that.
But I know they have a lot of scary places, dude. The most haunting place in North America is in Vancouver.
Oh,
It's a city that the government used to send the people that were like kind of insane to the city, and then overnight they shut it down and locked
an
it up.
outdoor asylum, basically.
Yeah, technically.
How about a Ouija
And,
board? Would you guys play with the Ouija board?
Yeah,
I've
With the
been
Ouija
curious. It's that board
you get like the eye and
with the
everything. and
spirit. You
then
talk to the spirits
talk
on there,
to it.
Jessica.
It's a-
You've
it's a
seen
ten-
it.
What the
You've
f-
seen it.
It's everyone 10 and plus. It's a kids game.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
You
Yo,
ever
this
seen the
sounds
Ouija
like
board?
some. This sounds like some trippy ass
There's
shit.
always some next shit that's going
I'll
on.
pull it up on the screen for those on YouTube and for Jessica. But
Yeah, and the key,
My
the
first
key
time
that you
seeing
play, the key that you play on the Ouija board, that's actually a key to see the other side. Like you have to look through it with your eye. They had a movie on it.
yeah,
Goddamn.
like it's supposed to be a gateway to talk to the spirit world.
It
They-
could be a gateway
yeah.
for companies to make money off merch too.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
it's
Yeah,
owned
they
by
have
Hasbro.
yeah,
Yeah,
it could be
Hasbro.
that.
It's owned by Hasbro. But like
Yeah,
people say
exactly.
it works, right? Like people say it works.
No, I bet you the story goes is like scare your friends, have it connected by magnet, and then move it around with your phone or something.
Yeah, like
Um,
honestly, yo, that like that's the only instance I've had, but I've heard of from other people about
So
their just
it's
crazy
now on the
stories.
screen, Jessica, on the Ouija board where you communicate.
Yeah, this is the
to
first
them.
time I'm seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of ghosts, but
Mhm.
in my mind, like illusions and ghosts really.
But like I used to
realistically
read a lot
matter.
of stories where people would play this board and then they would experience all of this.
Yeah, let's do it, yo. Let's
I'm not
I'm
touching
down,
that.
I'm
I am
Oh,
not
yo,
down to
uh,
touch that.
I'm
bro.
about it. I'm about
Uh,
it one time only.
I'm
though.
People
down
said
to
they
do
had,
it.
bro. I've read stories where people got possessed because they used
Oh,
it.
no,
and
no,
they
I'm down.
wrongfully used
I'm
it.
down.
They're
I'm down to
Like,
Like you're
possess a
supposed to
demon.
close.
like a
You're
demon going
supposed
in
to
me.
talk nice.
I'm down to
the
go into a
ghost.
demon.
No, a demon's gonna go inside you first of all. You're gonna get penetrated by
You go
these
shove
How
up
do you
your
know-
ass.
yo,
yo.
how do you know it's not an angel,
19-inch
bro?
cock demons are gonna go inside you.
How do you know it's not a female?
It might be a female, it's still gonna penetrate you, bro. You don't think these demons can morph and shapeshift?
But it might feel nice on the
They're a
inside.
demon, bro. For all we know, one of us could be posing as a demon.
It's possible.
Exactly.
Like I could be a 2-inch demon, you know?
A 2-inch. Did you
Yeah,
say a 2-inch
we
demon?
could
Is
shoot-
that what you said?
Two,
A
2-inch demon.
shapeshifter. That's what shapeshifters are. They can turn into
But
anything,
yeah,
morph
a
into anything. yo.
2-incher.
Yeah.
You can morph into anything. That's what a shapeshifter is at the end
No,
of the day.
there's
so.
actually an island in near Mexico, I think,
Is
or
it?
in the South
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Oh god.
It's like in the 1950s, this girl went to that island and she had dolls, and the entire island just filled
Oh
with
no,
colourful
fuck
doll
the
heads.
dolls, bro.
Have you seen the
Fuck.
doll heads?
No.
Yeah, yo. There's actually some messed up things. A lot of people say there's a island near, I don't know where it's close to, but they actually found like mutated creatures there.
No.
Like next radioactive. They say U.S. or government's been doing experiments, and there's been next they've been mutating different creatures, and they've seen like half octopus, half wolf creatures on the beaches.
Oh
God,
shit.
yeah,
So
I've
what
seen
the hell would that
pictures,
look
yeah.
like? Half octopus. man.
Like it's the
what?
next
So
level.
like an octopus like fucked a wolf or like
yeah,
how
they,
did it work?
they no because they take like different DNAs and they combine it together to
Yeah,
create another
nothing's
creature.
breeding. They're just
And,
cross
yeah, they're
cross
they're
DNA.
cross
It's not an
breeding.
octopus sticking its tentacle inside a wolf. That's not happening. That's
Yeah.
not happening here.
That would be
That's
fucked.
probably
yo.
probably somewhere that's happening.
Nah, that
But-
shit's scary though. Man.
Speaking about messed up shit, I'm gonna bring up a TV show, Black Mirror. Your
Oh,
viewers.
great
Oh,
show,
yeah,
great
that's
show,
a
great
that's
show.
a good
great
show.
I think
that.
like it's for anyone who doesn't know what Black Mirror is. It's basically a show that kind of it kind of predicts the future foreshadows the future of how technology could be a burden to our society. So that's just the whole theme behind, and every episode is different. It's an episodic show, but that's the whole theme behind it. No,
Yeah, the most like weirdest experience I've experienced, like kind of ghostly, was like at first week or month after I had my restaurant. Like somebody, I don't know, overnight somebody left a turtle and a bunch of goldfish like right at the front door.
You're just chilling.
Yeah, I was just chilling. There were 3 goldfish and like
So
this,
what
like,
do you like?
container.
Goldfish were in water. Like
Yeah, they were in
alive?
water. They were
Okay.
alive in water, and there was a turtle next to it.
bro, they
What
probably
the-
said cook this and give it to us
No,
the next day.
No,
No,
it
no one
disappeared
eats
overnight.
goldfish.
I didn't have an image of it. I think my coworker, he took home the turtle and he raised it. I don't know
He
how
still has it.
goldfish.
It's like a demon turtle or something.
Demon,
Maybe,
yeah.
yeah.
Like he just watches him at night,
Possessed,
just
yo.
looking
like-
at him.
it's just
The
looking
turtle's
it,
looking
it's
at him while he sleeps. That's
I
what
took
happened.
home. I got home with the wrong guy.
So what happened to the goldfish?
I don't even remember. I think they took it or something, or they lost.
No, I
it.
thought you can just have pick we cooked it.
Oh, that would probably taste good.
Nah,
yeah,
that's
goldfish.
fucked up. No one eats a goldfish. Come on, bro.
Have you tried?
Probably flush it off. No one's just tried to go. Well, people probably have, but like no one eats goldfish.
Yeah, I know.
Probably
That's
flushed it
nasty.
down the toilet or something.
Yeah, that's
Well, it
no,
would
yeah.
still have a nice life, you know.
Hopefully.
As
Oh,
long as it
that-
doesn't get stuck in shit.
There was no note, no one attaching note to it? Like, yo, here's
No,
my
it was
goldfish.
just
Just
a
take it.
container with a turtle and a bunch.
You don't
of
think
fish
it's a
in it.
prank?
I like what?
A prank?
Who leaves a container in the middle of that? What type of prank is this, yo?
Maybe someone's out to
Yo,
get
I'm
you, like
gonna-
a rival restaurant or
Be
something.
Bloody Mary, yo.
Yeah, Bloody Mary
Yeah,
came to drop off.
she
her
Turtles.
stuff.
gave you
Turtles.
popped up this like goldfish and turtles and all this. Next, she's gonna put a squirrel.
Maybe it's the
Yeah.
same guy who's turning on the
Yeah.
lights and shutting off the water.
Yeah, yo, it's like a gin, bro.
not a
Did-
gin.
did we
It's just
do-
some creepy old dude.
Wasn't there like one time when we were in the woods?
Maybe the
looking
government
for,
need to grant your restaurant as haunted, bro.
Which one? One time in the woods? Is this
what,
when we went?
Yeah, no. What was the name of that? Oh, Wendigo.
The Wendigo hunting?
Oh, the Wendigo.
that
When
was
we went
so-
on the cottage trip, yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole video.
That was a
with
fun
Phil
trip, by
Jones.
the way. Fun trip.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
I have
Wendigo.
that whole flips on.
yeah, no, definitely. Like there honestly been a lot of crazy stories about supernatural beings and like supernatural spirits just being
Like
know,
Bigfoot and stuff. You
prevalent,
believe
yeah,
that? You
yeah.
believe that? I don't.
I don't believe that it currently exists now, but I do believe Bigfoot could have
Maybe, yeah. Like a
I don't-
prehistoric.
I don't think Bigfoot is the way. Like it's not. It might not be that humanoid version, but it could just be a bigger version of like a
But
gorilla.
like
or
Kaiser,
something.
you
Or it
said
could be
you're a
anything,
believer. You think we would have seen Bigfoot already if it was real?
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Well, there's a lot of places we haven't even entered in the human world.
I'm
There's
sure we would have
there's-
caught it on
there's-
4K or something.
Dense ass
Yeah,
forests
yeah.
that people have never been to.
Come on,
mean-
bro. If he's really a 7-foot dude, you would have seen him.
Up north? I don't know.
You would have seen
I don't know.
Bigfoot, bro.
Maybe
Dude,
somewhere
how
in
many
Brazil.
times? How many times you see a deer?
Yeah, I don't see a
disappear?
deer.
I
I
see
see,
bear-
a
I
deer
see
a lot
bear
down here in
ears.
Georgina, but I don't see.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
or
but you
2
still
days
see a
ago-
lot of deers.
2
I've
days
seen
ago, I
so
saw
many
4
Not
deers.
here, not where we
Dude,
live. Like,
2 days ago near my neighborhood, I saw 4 deers in someone's driveway eating their hedges.
yeah, when I
in the
used to go
middle
to
of the
New
night.
Jersey, I'd see a deer in the backyard
No,
of my
I
friend's
mean,
house.
I've
So many
chased
deers.
I've chased deers in
Yeah.
the woods, and like they disappear. Like I'm chasing them for time, and then automatically just disappear out of sight. Like
Maybe they just want to
I
get
don't even
away
know where to
from you
go.
and they hide from you.
Well,
'Cause they're like,
obviously, I
who's
was
this
chasing it
weird
for
ass
40
dude
minutes.
chasing me?
I was
I don't know.
chasing
We,
for
we
40
would have
minutes.
seen Bigfoot, bro. We would have seen Bigfoot. Just like aliens. I believe in aliens, but not the type that like would come to
I
Earth.
believe
Just,
in
Yeah,
aliens,
yeah,
but
not-
just some
um,
weird shit
yeah.
chilling and
Like
shit.
no three-eyed shit. They could be humanoid like us, but like have like different features. Like a,
But like
believe
if
in-
Elon sent me to Mars, I'd probably bang a couple of aliens.
Actually, there are sending
would
people
too.
to Mars. I think it's
They are. No, they
It's-
are going to Mars.
Oh,
Couple
But you-
of
it's-
people.
it's an
he sent me
expensive
the
ass ticket.
hotel.
it's an expensive ass ticket.
Elon actually
Yeah.
sent like a rocket to Mars and it or to the moon actually, and it exploded. It didn't even like
Yeah.
land properly.
Yeah, crazy.
So
how
I
you-
don't know if I trust them sending a couple of 100 people to Mars
They're
to
gonna have to test it
populate
out before I
and
do
make a
anything.
couple. No, but that's a death trip. Like the thing where they're sending people to Mars, it's actually a thing. Like
I think they
that's
have.
their job. They're sending a
found-
bunch of people, but like their plan is to keep them there. They're not paying. Like they don't have a plan to come back. They're done.
They're
just stay there.
basically because so the whole reasoning behind it is they found out that Mars is habitable like Earth was. Or
Yeah,
Earth is. I mean,
So you really
so
think the first generation of people are going to be capable of doing this?
I feel
No,
like
no,
I think
no,
they're
I
all
found-
dying. They're
no,
all
no, but
dying.
at some
to death
point,
wish.
the
They
first
found-
there was a first generation who basically of humans, whether it was cavemen or whatever, if you believe in evolution, that started the human race for us, and that's how civilization grew
They
into what we have today. You
they
know,
said they
so
found
that
some.
could so obviously it's not an overnight process. It's gonna take generations for Mars to be what Earth is today, or just
Yeah,
how
but they're
Earth
trying to
was
do
for
it soon.
the
I don't think these
prehistoric
people
eras.
are making it out there.
They found
No,
an
it
ancient
can't be anytime
civilization.
sooner.
They
It's
said
gonna
like
be take
ancient
like
rocks on
generations.
Mars.
Yeah,
That
it's
could
gonna
be,
take
like,
time.
old
It's gonna
Well,
take
civilization.
what are they
generations.
gonna do with these rocks?
There was even a
Just
theory that said that originally people lived on Mars, and then they wiped out like all the environment. They used all the nature, everything.
But
there,
honestly, I might be down to
and
go.
then
Like
they
just
switched to Earth.
just
and,
go
some
like,
start a new
aliens.
life in Mars.
and
You know,
they're
anyone who's interested could go check that out.
Bro, that's a whole breeding ground
what?
there. Like unlimited supply of breeding.
yeah. I'm saying like when they left Mars after
High
that,
demand.
they said that their ship that crashed into Earth was the same ship that would have wiped out the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you know, honestly, that's the whole perspective behind sending people to Mars. It's to create an Earth 2.0 in that perspective, but it's gonna take
Oh
generations.
yeah, for
Like,
sure. But I
actually,
just
you
don't
know-
think they can do it. The first batch. Of
no,
people
they're
aren't
not gonna do
it.
it overnight. If they're planning on doing it overnight, they're not going to be able to do it.
I
That's
just
not
don't think
how
these
it's gonna
people are
take
gonna be
generations
capable
and
of it.
generations. But what people's job should be is to breed up there. So they should be
No,
fucking
that's
each other
obviously
until-
what they're gonna do. That's obviously
Yeah.
what they're gonna do.
No, you know they
So-
actually found another place that's habitable like Earth in our solar system.
It's like a clone. I think they said there was
No,
something wrong about it though.
It's in Jupiter's moon. It has rain. It has lakes. It has everything.
You
There
think
we
they have-
go.
They got
No.
Yeah.
aliens.
I don't think. I don't know. It said it has environment. I think plants, but they don't know how to get there.
So what? Am I gonna stick my
And
dick?
same
in a
thing.
plant?
Same thing with Jupiter. They say Jupiter is not habitable because there's a hurricane. That's a giant hurricane that's been there for thousands of
plant?
years.
Hurricane in
Plant is a
space.
living thing.
A
It's
It's a
hurricane.
huge hurricane on
Holy
Jupiter's
shit.
planet. That's why they could never
Okay.
land.
What do you this Mars talk, right? From a like suppose you as an example, one of you guys are going up, right? What would be the first thing you're doing?
Searching for aliens.
I know
Yeah.
T-Dog's gonna say breeding.
No, I mean,
Breeding.
I'm
Nah,
gonna
bro,
make
I'm
sure
breathing on
that the food supply is with someone trustworthy, and they're not gonna eat
Yeah.
all that shit, bro. I'm trying to live, bro.
but
But you're gonna have
what
to
I'm
make
trying
your
to
own
say
grains.
is
though.
what I'm trying to say.
I don't know
is-
how to do that, bro. Someone's got to
You're
do
gonna
that.
have to learn.
What
shit.
this is what I'm
They're
trying to
training.
say.
They're
You're starting
training people. They
civilization.
train me. They train me.
Listen. This is what I'm trying to say.
2-year
I'm trying to
rigorous
say-
training.
I'm trying to say they're gonna send. How many people are they sending? How many
I
hundreds?
can't
1,000, I
remember.
think.
Maybe
Maybe
like
1,000.
something like
100,000. Who in that 100,000?
Not 100,000. They're not sending that many.
Then I'm saying okay.
I think it's like
however
2K max, maybe.
2K.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever it is, 2K or 100K. There's gonna be some kind of conflict over who the governing body is gonna be of that.
Well, yeah, that
planet
will
at
be the
that point.
problem.
Before
They're gonna
because like I
create
said,
the government. Yeah.
like I said, there's no overnight process for this. It took generations to build countries, for countries to separate, for currency to be built, for us to evolve and to become more civilized. You know, like there's so many elements to it, and it's gonna take generations and generations. What humans and I'm honestly speaking like this, not from a comical standpoint, they should be breeding when they first go up there.
They're definitely going to.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's they're gonna handcraft select like the
Yeah.
right
Nah,
people.
bro,
They're
before
definitely
breeding,
gonna
you
put
gotta
people that can breed.
know how
Yeah,
to grow
no.
stuff on Mars. Like
Grow
plants
stuff,
and
food
to eat.
supply. You
Yeah.
gotta
Well,
and I
obviously,
think
but the whole purpose is to colonize, to breed.
Well, yeah.
colonizing is very
Earth,
important. and I
Earth
think
we're already running out. In the last
I think
100 years,
collaboration
we've
over
taken out-
conflict.
You know,
That's going to be a big thing.
You know, in the last 100 years, the humans have actually taken out 50% of the forests on Earth.
Fuck the humans. But we're definitely not gonna see no population on Earth in
Yeah,
our
your
generation,
population
our
is messed up.
lifetime.
Yeah, no, like not a lot, like as much as there were before. You know.
120 years ago, there was only 1 billion people on Earth. Now there's like 8,
I think it's.
We're
I think it's
repopulating
like.
too
I think.
fast. especially India and China. They're like going way too fast.
Yeah. I know. Like that's just like I just think like repopulating like okay, when Earth has reached that point, where we don't need to repopulate at the pace that we needed to when we were first building civilization, right? But Mars needs to do that. You can't have the same 2K. Those 2K people are gonna end up dying. Obviously, people are gonna have sex, but like lose the condoms and breed, you know? That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know how
Yeah.
they're gonna do it in those suits or something, but like,
Yeah.
who knows
No,
how
no,
they're
they're
gonna
good.
do it.
No,
They're
no,
gonna have
listen,
oxygen.
they're gonna have
places.
they're gonna have a spacecraft up there and stuff. Like they're not gonna be living on the planet until it's somewhat
So
habitable.
like, isn't
You can
shit
have,
gonna
like-
be floating in there? Like you're gonna have like semen floating in people's faces? Or
Oh
something?
maybe
yeah,
the
because it's
gravity
more
and all
zero,
that,
less
yeah,
zero
maybe.
gravity.
Yeah, it's zero gravity. You're gonna like get semen in your eye or
Unless they-
something in there.
Unless
Yeah,
they
It's
go
just
to
gonna
zero
be you're gonna be
gravity, yeah.
swimming like floating in semen.
I know. Then like air fuck, yo.
Well, that'd be crazy.
in a room.
Yeah.
I got some
Yeah.
semen in my donut.
In your donut.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So like honestly, I think the Mars project, I understand, very cool perspective on how we can
Yeah, it's not
get
working out.
another human like human what is it, human civilization on a planet like Mars, and just distribute over there, so that'd actually be crazy if they can pull that off.
They would have to have
Kudos.
people. They don't even have enforcements or anything, yo.
Yeah.
They're,
Depending on the
they're
people
obviously
that go
gonna
to
build that. Like
Mars.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, but depending on
enforcement
the
is gonna
people
be
on
built.
Mars with the first 2,000 and stuff, like if rules don't apply, people are gonna do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The government, that's the.
They're
that's the
training
biggest
them for
conflict.
2 years, so we'll see
They're
what they
training
do
them
with it.
all, like, yeah, maybe the government, maybe they're already pre-selecting who the governing body is going to be when they go.
There's
out. We don't know-
applications.
we don't
They're
know,
picking
right?
from a thing, but they might have like some officials or something that's.
And
gonna
I'm
come up
pretty
there
sure
and
they're
smoke.
not picking. They're not letting anyone go on. They're picking a.
Well, anyone
pre-select-
could have when the applications were open. Anyone could.
No,
apply.
but
Yeah,
but what
anyone
I'm
could
anyone
apply.
no,
could
but
apply.
what I'm
I think the
saying
tickets
is
were
they're
free
gonna
back
pick.
then,
They're
too.
gonna pick different people. Okay, some doctors because there's got to be medical.
Yeah, they're
attention.
gonna try
Engineers-
everything. They want
Some
everything.
engineers to build stuff.
But
some
they're gonna be
business-minded
relatively
people
young,
to
healthy
create currency.
people.
You know,
Young, healthy people are gonna be
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
you're
now you
gonna
don't even
need
have to be
different.
super smart to be an astronaut.
Yeah,
Just buy a
but you,
ticket.
Dude, they are sending actual astronauts there too.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
and they're sending
no better than
actual
anyone else.
astronauts to train the people. So you got scientists, you got doctors, you got engineers, you got finance people who would eventually need to create the currency of that planet. No.
Yeah, it's not gonna be till like another 100 years. We see
Yeah,
this shit.
obviously, like I said, it's going to take generations and generations. This is not an overnight process. So I hope whoever's behind it is just not hoping that it comes too soon, because it took Earth that long. It's going to take Mars even longer probably. So
Well, I think that wraps up our
it's
first
gonna take a
episode.
Mars,
I think
Mars
we
a
should-
lot longer
we should call it quits on this first episode. It's been a good
Yeah.
episode.
because
Been a good
Mars doesn't
episode.
have any of the environment or anything like Earth has.
this man, bro.
It's
All
gonna take a
right,
lot longer.
Just
man.
put your last thoughts in there.
Last thoughts. If you're planning on going to Mars, breed. If not, good luck on Earth.
right.
Thrive,
Well-
work hard, grind, hustle, do whatever you gotta do. And just live life.
Well, I think if I ever went to Mars, I'll become delusional and see a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay,
See
we're
Bloody
gonna do
Mary.
so
You'd
high.
see Bloody Mary on the
Who
fucking
is
moon.
being delusional right
Or
now?
on Mars.
Yeah, because we're delusional dinos, right?
You see Bloody
Alright.
Mary and shit.
Yeah.
DD.
So, anyways, I could say let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up this first podcast.
And thank you guys for listening. Wherever
Yeah,
you're listening,
joining us.
YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, wherever
Everywhere,
you're listening.
Wherever you're listening from, this is our first podcast. We're gonna
Follow
have
us,
it-
Delusional Dinos, every Sunday.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
see
gonna
you
have
next
every Sunday. You're gonna see us. So
Yeah.
every Sunday on YouTube at least. So
Every
um,
Sunday, everywhere. Once we get approved on everything, it'll be consistent upload Sunday. But for now, you'll see us definitely YouTube Sundays,
Next
everything.
Sunday, only on delusional
Sunday
dinos.
special.
Definitely. Once again, thank you guys for joining us. If you enjoyed this podcast, please do subscribe to our channel. Do like the video. We will be going on with similar topics to this, but also other topics. If you guys want to hear opinions about other topics, do DM us
Yeah,
on.
let
our
us know what
Insta
you
page.
like to let us.
Let us know what
hear.
you want us to talk about. This is not just for us. This is for you people too. So do let us know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Thanks for listening. Have
for
a great
listening.
week.